Guys, welcome back to our couch. Our last episode, we had to do it long distance.
We did.
Because Leiann was in Minneapolis for work. She's such a working girl, and we are so proud of her. But you know what? Cheers.
Cheers. Okay,
we have so much to talk about.
So much to talk about. I'm so excited because I feel like we haven't been in person in a while. Well, we were last night.
You have to drink after. Cheers. It's bad luck.
I did.
You didn't take a sip.
No, I did.
You also didn't give me eye contact.
Are you trying to get me drunk? Because I'm already tipsy. We should finish this. This whole bottle was supposed to be for the podcast episode, and I feel like I've chugged the whole thing. Okay, whatever.
Which means it's for the podcast episode. It works out.
I'm more fun when I'm drunk anyway.
There we go.
Everyone knows that about me.
So, it is Leiann's birthday week, and if you don't know what that means...
No, it's my birthday month.
Okay, I apologize. Birthday month.
How dare you?
However, as the date gets closer, the heat gets turned up.
It gets turned up. I am one of those girls. I'm a birthday slut. I'll say it. I'll admit it.
Convinced her birthday is a national holiday.
It should be a national holiday. It's a national... My husband has it on his phone as a national holiday. He's the sweetest.
XOX Alexander.
XOX Alexander, our media manager. No, but I actually feel bad for all of my friends because I feel like they're scared around the time of my birthday because I'm so intense about my birthday. I mean, you alone, you text me like January 1st asking me what my birthday plans are. My birthday is on March 26th. Val will literally text me like clockwork every year in like January. What are your birthday plans? Like, I need to make sure that I have it blocked out because she knows that if she doesn't have it blocked out, it's going to be World War III.
No, it's crazy. And like my hands are like shaking. I'm like sweating, clammy. Like, because the thing about her birthday is, and I know it changes every year, but if it's not landing on a weekend, you don't know if she's going to celebrate the weekend before or after.
You don't know.
But
so
you
need to keep
all you know,
open.
Yes, until you further notice. Once I know,
lucky
I'm like,
for you, this year you have both weekends with me.
I know, so it works out. So, because I already had them blocked anyway,
Your
as
eyes
I do every year.
You're like, I'm so excited to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know why. I'm literally Stassi from Vanderpump Rules. I've always been like this. You know what? I was thinking about this earlier. I'm like, why am I like this with my birthday? And I don't know if it's an oldest child thing.
Yes.
Where I feel like I am the family manager. I am the center of attention. I feel like I got the blame for everything because I'm the oldest child. So I just wanted the one day to be about me because when I was growing up, it was always about like, oh, your siblings and you're the oldest. You have to take care of them and it's all about them. And I'm like, when is it going to be about me?
Yeah,
Sheena?
So it's the one day of the, yeah. No, that's exactly what it is because everything obviously originates from like childhood. So it's like, think about like the one day of the year where everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's Leiann's special day. And you get gifts.
Yes.
Like you don't have to share your shit.
Right.
Like, it's like all
because I share
you.
Everything because I'm the oldest.
So it's like deeply engraved. It's like engraved. The best day of your life. So if it doesn't go the same way it did as you were a child.
1,000%.
Tantrums are thrown.
1,000%.
No, but you have gotten better. I will tell you that with age.
No, I've matured. I mean, I'm 33 now. At some point, I hope it's evolved. I didn't yell at anyone last night about it being my birthday, which
not
is
one
good.
person.
I feel like everyone paid an adequate amount of attention to me, which I just want to thank all of my friends because I feel like they know now. Shout out to all my friends. I really appreciate you putting up with me around my birthday month because I know it's a lot, but I appreciate it and I need it for my mental health.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to you guys. Thank you.
A little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way.
Love that
I'm excited for Giselle. We're going to Giselle on Saturday, which I haven't been. You've been.
I've been. It's great. The food's great. The atmosphere is great. And the pictures we're going to take are going to be really good too. So.
And on that note, we're bringing our golden retriever husbands.
Yes. We have to talk about that. So they're both Libras.
Crazy.
Which we love.
We've always said, though, that we are living the same lives.
Do you remember?
Like, we've always said that we're living the same lives. We're, like, the same person.
Exactly. Just, like, different lives. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing, different bodies, I guess. But no, it's so true. Like, the husbands are both Libras, and they're golden retriever men, which obviously, like... You know, if you've heard this little, like, trend going around,
can you
like,
explain, like, golden retriever versus what's the trend? Golden retriever versus Rottweiler?
I want to say Rottweiler, but I
haven't heard of this, so...
It could be a pit bull. Like, I don't know, but, like, you get, like, the whole metaphor, analogy, whatever the hell.
So, basically, a golden retriever husband.
Correct. Versus, like, a Rottweiler. Like, someone's just, like, super, you know, like... protective, maybe, whatever. But at the end of the day, I mean, for me personally, I just, like... Golden retriever.
1,000% because I am the Rottweiler. Like, I don't need a Rottweiler. We would kill each other. Like, I am a Rottweiler.
No, 100%. Honestly, same, but like I'm more of like a chihuahua. Like I just like yap away.
Like all bark, no bite. No, I feel like we bite.
I definitely bite.
I mean,
but
we bit back in the day.
Chihuahuas can be crazy. I don't know.
Dude,
Moral of the story is, yes, our husbands are just like the more chill ones, which it's such a good balance because we're obviously out of our minds. So
what do you mean I'm so chill?
We're so chill.
We're so chill.
Do you know how many times I've tried to be like mysterious in my life? Like that mysterious girl. LO freaking L. I literally meet you. I like tell you my life story. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm a word vomit bitch. Every day of my life is word vomit. Like I have tried to, when me and Alexander get in arguments, like I've tried to be because I need to talk it out. I'm out there. I'm like, I need to figure it out right now. He needs to take a break, right? And he needs like 10 minutes and then we need to like connect. But like that doesn't work for me because my mind starts spiraling. I'm starting to think about like, oh my God, is this going to last? Like what's happening? You know, I go crazy. Yeah. So I've tried to be like the chill girl. So there was like one day, oh my God, you don't know this is so funny, where we got into a little argument and I was like, you know, I'm going to be the chill girl. I'm going to be the chill wife this time. I've never tried it. Let's see how it works. And we didn't talk like all day. And for him, that's amazing. Like, he had time to process, but, like, I need to talk it out.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, babe, what do you want for dinner? And I was so upset that he wouldn't even, like, address the situation or the fight.
He just wanted to brush it under the freaking rug.
I woke up, like, the next morning and I left a note, like, be back soon. And just left it there with no context. Like, I turned off my location so he couldn't follow me. Just, like, no contact.
Mind you, she's married to this man.
Where are you, babe? No, I'm married to him. He's like, where are you, babe? And I'm just like, like, not even upset or, like, worried. Or, like, I feel like he didn't even text me for, like, 2 hours. And I'm, like, literally just in my car at Walgreens. Like, waiting for something, like, for a police search, like, helicopters to come find me. Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't even call your mom?
Didn't call my mother that I was didn't report me as missing.
I'm shocked.
Didn't report me as missing.
I'm shocked. We're going to have to get him on the show and find out exactly
His side of the story?
He is so chill and so oblivious to what could happen out there.
The world is scary.
Like 1 minute you're writing a note, you'll be home soon. Next thing, you're
girl.
kidnapped. Boom. Let's not say gone girl because that tells a different
kidnapped. Story. No, literally. So I've never tried the chill girl thing again. Now I'm just the Chihuahua wife.
It is what it is.
The Chi-Chi wife.
The Chi-Chi.
The Chi-Chi wife.
You know, at least we're blunt and honest because that's the best thing.
It's the best thing. I agree 1,000%. I always feel like I'm black cat energy, though.
Yeah, I could see that. A little bit of both.
A little bit of
You're
both.
You're somewhere in between. I see the black cat energy, but also you have a lot of golden retriever, too. Like, you know, you're very laughy and, like...
Laughy and sweet.
Excited. Yeah.
Excited.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay, so speaking of husbands, so they're both Libras. What else about them? I don't know.
What is your guys' vibe like? Are you like the little snappy?
No, I'm definitely
Chihuahua?
So chill and like he just yells.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't even know you at all.
No, AJ's a saint. No, he's definitely he's chill, you know. We have our issues, but we both kind of... Well, actually, you know what? I will say, when it's, like, him having an issue with me, he kind of needs time to process. But if I'm mad at him, he wants to talk right away. And, like, same. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know? Like, I want to, like, give me a minute. But, like, whatever.
But you like to talk about things immediately. Exactly. Like, you can't take the space either. Like, you have to address it in the moment.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you, though, the one time he's not chill, which I get it because it does bring out the worst in people.
What?
Traveling.
Airports. Oh, yeah, that's stressful.
All of it. Like, I mean, granted, we almost miss every single flight because we're ever on.
You?
But, yeah, of course, because of me. Of course.
But I feel like
it's always my fault.
You just went to Colombia for your brother's wedding, and when you texted me saying, I packed this morning, the amount of anxiety that I got from that text, I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you were up till 3 a.m. and you slept 2 hours and you're packing for your brother's wedding?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like this has always been like, this is a Val thing. She's not a planner. You're so last minute.
I'm so chill in that aspect.
I was going to say that though, because you do have a chill aspect to you with like certain things that don't stress you out. Like I feel like I plan, like I pack a week, but I'm like, oh my God, I need to pack everything a week before. Like I'm so crazy about that.
I love that so much. I wish, but at the same time, like in my mind, it like always works out and I like to go with the flow.
But your life, that's the thing though. I feel like you're so chill, but everything always works out for you.
Always.
Always. And you say it's going to happen, and it'll happen.
It does, yeah.
You're good at manifesting.
Yeah, no,
you're
for
a manifester.
sure. For sure. And
you're so good at that.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm so chill. But you know what? I think it's also like my sister's a little more of a planner, but my brother, you would literally drop him as a friend.
What do you mean?
Within the week.
What do you mean?
It's hilarious because he'll write back, like every time I'm like, oh, AJ and I are doing this. Do you want to join? He'll be like, yeah, maybe. I'm doing this. Just I'll text you in a bit.
Oh,
never hear from him again.
I can't.
But he agrees to do everything, but
then
doesn't
do anything. Doesn't do anything.
Won't, or like sometimes he does. He does come out. But, like, he'll just, like, just say yes to everything. But, like,
I would hate that.
I don't know.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
I can't. Because I'm, like, an on-time, like, if I say I'm meeting someone at 6 p.m., like, tomorrow, like, I am there at 6 p.m. And, like, I could literally be sick, which happens a lot. I'll literally be like, I don't feel well, or I just, like, get my period or something, and I'm, like, dying. But, like, I will still show up. I'll pop 3 Advils, and I'm there.
Girl.
I'm there.
I'm always late.
I know.
Oh, but like
no,
not crazy late.
No, you're not. You are, but you're not.
Always late.
But it always feels like it's because something happened, like that's out of your control.
No, it's because of my freaking ADHD. Yes, and I'll be leaving, and I'm like, oh wait, I need this, and it's like, oh, I still have time to redo my eyebrows. I'm like all these stupid leave.
Go. You need to be there
on time and not be like, and then I'm on the road like every single time.
Do you drive manual? That was like a little manual.
I know, you saw that? Drive stick.
I used to drive stick.
That was so cool.
That was so fun. I had this Honda Civic. I think it was a 1998 Honda Civic. It was my dad's. But do you remember it was like all decked out? Like I had a fucking sound system.
Yeah.
Like it was like.
No, it was so sick.
Like so sick. Are you kidding?
We'd ride with like the windows down.
Windows down. I remember guys would get in the car and be like, "Oh, you drive stick?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I drive stick." And I'll never forget one guy was like, "Wow, the way you shift." Sorry, Wolf. Not your head. I'll never forget one guy was like, wow, the way you shift gears is so smooth. You don't even feel it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like just so good at this.
Is our executive producer listening to this? Oh my God. I'm dying. No, but yeah, no, it was so cool. But what I wanted to say about the whole traveling thing is I just want to make a public announcement. And like, I don't know if this is just American Airlines. However, if your bag is delayed or lost, luggage, well, lost is probably even worse. But, so, what happened with me and AJ that day?
You have to tell this.
Yeah.
This is educational.
Basically, we were like, he's thinking oh my gosh, and I have to tell you about the Uber driver, so get this. So, we're late. We're not making this flight. It's my brother. Okay, 15 months older. We're basically like Irish twins. Like,
oh, he's only 15 months older than you?
Yeah.
I never even put that into perspective.
Literally.
Okay.
So we grew up together. We have the same, memories, everything.
Yeah.
His wedding is in Colombia, so I'm packing that morning as we spoke about before, whatever.
Yes.
And we're gonna 1000% be late to the
flight.
airport.
You're gonna miss the flight.
Because also we're taking it from Miami from Fort Lauderdale, so it's like a good hour and something because the traffic is crazy. Our Uber driver, I wish I remembered her name because she was so sick. She ran over the freaking poles.
Dude.
Twice.
But did you guys ask her to do this?
No, we did not.
What happened in the car? Were you guys like, I'm missing my flight and I need you to fucking
who turns
kick it up a notch?
Into Mr. Lax turns into jacked up about the situation real quick, 0 to 100. All of a sudden, it's like, we're going to be late. Oh my God, we're never making this. And I'm like, can you please just stop? We're making it. We're going to be positive. I have to be positive.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Always. And then the driver, she was so amazing, so sweet. So she gets into, no. So we're already on the express lane. So it's going fast. All of a sudden, we have to make a decision if to go into the road or stay in the express lane, which has slowed down all of a sudden.
Oh.
And I'm like, I feel like express lane. So she stays in the express lane. Next thing you know, Power 96, shout out, tells us, southbound I-95, huge accident at the express lane. No one's moving. And we're like, oh, when I heard that, and AJ just gives me the look. Heart. Because obviously I was the one that made the decision to say, someone had to.
Your heart must have sunk to your
and I'm like, oh my God, homegirl does not skip a beat.
No.
Barakata, right over the white poles. Doesn't care that it could be $100 fine.
Stop.
125, I believe. I don't know. It's getting up there. But,
I mean, yes.
Okay. So hauling ass, and we're like, oh my god, like you are sick, like da. She had like 4.98 stars. We're like, it's about to be 5.
Dude, you're kidding me.
Like,
did you give her a good tip? Because
yeah, we tipped her great on top of like the like.
And you guys made it. Did you make it right on time?
Yes,
or did you have
but
to like?
she did it again. So all of a sudden, we see the car accident like after like going towards nonstop in the expressway. We see the car accident. This like the regular lanes are slowing down. She goes back over the poles. That's why we made it on time.
Who is this? Was she in Fast and the Furious? Because what is this? This is
I don't know if we met the real Catwoman, but something of that sort. Supergirl.
Supergirl, Catwoman.
Something. It was wild. Gosh. But so the whole point, so we get there on time, that's fine. Right. I'm starving. Wait,
but did you have pizza. Time? Were they like calling your name at that point when you get to the airport, or like basically almost? Okay.
We made it, so that's why I decided to eat pizza. I hadn't eaten, I was hungry.
Right, you're starving.
All of a sudden, Valerie Bowes, Borelli, Andrew Bowes. And we're like, oh shit. So we're running. We're the last people on the freaking plane.
Gosh.
We sit down. It gets worse.
What?
AJ all of a sudden goes, I don't have my wallet. I'm like, what do you mean?
You left it at where you got pizza?
He jolts out. Yeah.
Wait, so you're on the flight, on the plane, and then you jolt?
We're the last people on the plane, and then he makes, like, literally them stop. And I'm, like, looking through all our things. I find his wallet. So I have to run to the front and be like, we have him. The lady's on her walkie talking to the lady on the other side, like, we got the wallet. Bring the boy back, the man back. Bring him back. We gotta go. He comes back, and, like, literally we're both just, like, drenched in sweat. Like, holy shit. We are never packing this late.
Dude, we say this every time. We are never packing this late.
He packed that late too. He swears. He's just as bad, but he is like better about it.
I would have had the worst anxiety.
It was so bad.
Oh my god, I would have. But you made it. But then.
So the whole baggage thing. So once they're like calling our names, whatever, she's like, oh, you're so lucky. I was just about to cancel the entire baggage.
Miami accent, if you guys don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of. So, Miami. And then I'm like, oh my god, thank god you didn't, whatever. Yes, she fucking did. We get to Colombia, we're waiting in the little carousel, like happy-go-luckies. Homeboy gets a freaking email that tells him that our bags are delayed. Mind you, it has all of our things in there. So, long story short, we get to go shopping because they reimburse you. And I think I looked it up. It's like up to like a couple $1,000s like of stuff in your bag. So like when I told you I bought all my skincare again, I bought all my makeup.
That's
I bought
expensive.
New outfit. Yeah.
And you need that. That's like a priority when you're traveling, especially abroad.
I know.
You need all of that. So they reimbursed all of that.
All of it.
And you have new makeup, plus then you have your old makeup, so now you have makeup for days and skincare for days.
Like I said, things just work out.
Ding. So it worked out. That's literally the craziest thing.
I want to hear your baggage story, because apparently you have one too.
I have a baggage story. So like I said, I was just in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. I am not a person, and Alexander, my husband, always says this. Like, I am the person who, like, maybe gets a meal at a restaurant and I don't like it, but I won't speak up because I, like, feel bad. Like, me da pena. Oh. So I'm like, but sometimes I do. It depends. But this time, so I was leaving Minneapolis, coming back home to Fort Lauderdale Airport. I had a layover in Charlotte. I packed a carry-on. Like, I don't like to pack a carry-on, but I packed a carry-on, and I was very specific about the outfits I was wearing and everything I was bringing. Like, I condensed. So I was, like, so proud.
Like, every day you had it, like...
Yes, to the T. So I was so proud that I had this carry-on from Minneapolis to Charlotte. And also, on my way there, I had a layover in Charlotte, too. And no problem with the carry-on. I put it overhead. Like, it fit. Everything was great. On my flight from Charlotte to Fort Lauderdale, they're like, you need to check your bag.
I knew it. They're going to say it's too big.
You need to check your bag.
I hate them.
And I was like, American Airlines.
Oh, wow.
I know. They're like, you need to check your bag.
I got that bag, and it's huge.
What? Yes. Mine was... Okay, so they're like, you need to check your bag. And I was like, ma'am, I was just on a flight, and I came here on 2 flights, and I was just on a flight. This fit overhead. Like, I do not need to check this bag. And you know what it is? I'm short, and I look little, and I feel like sometimes things next to me look bigger than they actually are because they're not. It wasn't big, and I was like, this fits.
Right.
She's like, nope, you need to pack your bag. And she had a guy with her next to her, and I was like, I don't want to pack this. I don't want to check it in. She's like, I'm arguing with her, and she's like, she's not budging. And so the guy's like, you need to check it. What seat are you? And I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, I'm throwing a fit. I tell him my seat, And he prints out the little thing. I put it on. I was like, I don't want to check this because I had this podcast mic, but I made a whole scene. I was like, I have very expensive camera equipment in here. I don't want to check it. Like, it can't be ruffled around. Yeah. Like, I'm like, if something happens to it, is American Airlines going to reimburse it? Like, I was making a scene, and I never do, but I was loud, and I was like, are you guys going to reimburse this? I was just on flights, like, holding up the line. Like, I was pissed. They're like, ma'am, you need to step aside. You need to step aside. I'm like, I'm not stepping aside. I was in line. I was waiting. Made a whole thing. I took out the podcast mic box, right? And so they put the little sticker on my bag, and I'm like shaking at this point because I'm so mad. And a little bit of history: when we went to Charleston for your bachelorette, our bags got delayed for 2 hours because it was raining, and apparently at the Fort Lauderdale airport gets very flooded. So I was nervous that this was gonna happen again, and It was raining, so I was very scared. And I was like, I am already getting home. My flight got home at 12:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. So could you imagine being stuck there till like 3:30 a.m. waiting for my bag after I've been traveling all day? I'm exhausted. So he puts a little sticker on my bag, and
you're like, I'm not dealing with this.
And I take the podcast mic, and he grabs my bag, and he goes, okay, I'll bring it down for you. And I'm like, no, I'll bring it down for me. And I pull it back, and we both have our hands on the bag. He's like, no, I'll do it. I'll bring it down. I'm like, no, I prefer I bring my bag down. And he goes, ma'am, it's protocol. I was like, I will bring my bag down. Like, screamed. And everyone's like looking at me, and he looks, and the lady looks, and I'm like, I prefer I bring my bag down because it has important camera equipment. I do not want you to bring my bag down. And he gives it to me. He's like, okay, but please put it by the door. Please leave it there. You have to check it. It doesn't fit. I'm like, I will. I go in. I snuck my bag.
Good.
I see the door. I see the door, and I look back, and I'm like checking, and I'm like, I don't see anyone. And I'm like sweating. I feel like I'm sweating at this point. I'm like, fuck it, I'm checking it. I mean, I'm not checking it. I'm walking on the plane with this. I literally get on the plane, and I'm like sweating, and like they're not moving quickly, and I'm like, go, 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 go. I look back, he's like coming back. He's like coming, and I'm like, go, 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 go. No, dude, I'm on the flight. And then I get on the plane. I put my bag in there. It fits. Yeah, and I'm shaking the whole time as we're like about to take off, and I'm scared that they're gonna come in and figure out that my bag. As I get to my seat, I rip off the little thing, right? The checked bag sticker. I'm ripping it off. I'm like putting it in my pocket. I'm like, no evidence. I don't want any evidence of this.
You can't leave breadcrumbs, the trail.
Thank God I didn't check it.
Yeah.
Every overhead bin was like fucking empty. I would have been livid if I would have checked it.
Oh my God, there was so much space. Pissed, especially because they provide a carry-on.
Exactly.
So it's like they're just making you pay for it. It's so dumb.
That was a whole experience for me, and I was literally sweating. I called Alexander on the plane. I'm like, oh, I just did something really bad that I never do.
Well, you got away with it, so it's all good. I got away with it. Who cares?
Yeah, that's my story on the baggage.
So, I wanted to talk about just a random, like maybe something embarrassing dates, like anything that you've been on in the past. Ooh, do you have any?
I don't have one off the top of my
head.
Oh!
Embarrassing.
I don't know. Do you have one?
I have a bladder problem. This is what I have.
We need to talk about this.
Okay.
So yes, we need to talk about this because I know this, but I need to relive it because it's just so amazing and great.
I just feel like, okay, basically alcohol in general. Like, if you know, you know. Once you break the seal, you just gotta pee like
Shaquille O'Neal. So I know it's so good.
He's gotta pee a lot. He's a big guy, let's be real. So definitely it's just like not a good time sometimes, like when I'm like just like drinking a lot. And there's been incidences where I've definitely had to pee and like I couldn't hold it in. I don't know.
So like, what is one of the you were dating AJ. Do you want to?
Yeah. So okay. It was actually my now husband and mom's first date. And we go to this super no names, just super nice restaurant in Miami. However, names. Like it's very
the one that I was just at that you texted me. That's where I was.
Yes. Okay. In there, it's like very dark. Like there's like barely any lights. Yeah. There's like very little light, so you can't really see. And there's only like 2 little bathroom stalls for some reason. Like it's just like a door and another door. And it's like, look, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I'm wearing like this cute little sexy bodycon dress, like whatever.
Trying to impress.
And thank God I'm wearing a dress because I could have never gotten away with it otherwise. But I'm like hanging out against the wall, just waiting for someone to come out. And I kid you not, like, this could have been, like, the manager, like, something, like, you know, he had a little earpiece. He's like, hey, how are you? Like, you know, just welcome me. Because this was when it was, like, newer. So, you know, they go around, make sure everyone's having a good time, whatever. Yes. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. As I'm talking, my urethral sphincter gives up on me.
Okay, what the fuck is that? I'm not... Like...
I mean, what keeps you from, like, peeing? I think of your urethra, and there's a sphincter.
I don't
like,
know.
People
We're
know
not
what a sphincter
on nurses. No, I don't know what that is.
Well, either way, there's something that keeps you from...
A urethral sphincter?
Urethral. Like a urethra. You know what a urethra is. Yes. It's what you pee out of.
Like a urethral.
And you know a sphincter, like your a-hole? Like, you know, there's like the thing.
Is that like the medical term for it?
A sphincter, like basically.
Okay,
But
nice.
Yeah, but there's like, you know, it's like more complicated. But either way, there's something that keeps you from gave up. All right. So I am pissing down my leg.
But you are waiting for a bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're waiting for a bathroom at the restaurant, it is...
No, so the manager's talking to me, and as he's talking to me,
it's coming down?
It's coming down on my leg, but thank God it was like pitch black in there because like
it's so dark in there in that hallway.
You can't see. Mm-hmm. So I was just like acting chill. Thank God I was wearing a dress. Go in the bathroom, like wash up my legs, come out. The janitor is mopping the floor.
I'm done. Wait, did it get on your dress though?
No, by the way, it was like this black.
Thank God it was
mini
black
dress with
Thank
thick
God.
material.
Yes, perfect.
So like as it came slowly down my leg, it didn't even barely touch my dress.
Perfect.
I know, and it was dark anyways in there, so I was like,
what date was this? Is this date 1? Is this date like, 2? 3?
You know what? I think this was probably our 2nd or 3rd date. But either way, you know what? I'm gonna tell one tale about me peeing at a time because there's like 2 other ones.
There's another tale.
So it's like shit. All right, that's enough for now. But you know what? I also wanted to talk about that I've been seeing. It's like the ick. Because this has happened so much, and I feel like now that, like, especially, like, us being married, like, we have to never feel that with our husbands.
We have to never feel that. And I feel like maybe there are certain icks that are still my ick, but, like, I don't think of it as an ick because I love him, so I'm like, I just
that's exactly what it is, but that's how you know you really love someone.
What is there? Do you have a number one ick?
I have the weirdest. It's just, like, little behaviors, and, like, oh my gosh, just one time I was like just talking to a guy and he was great. You know about this. As soon as I talk, you're going to be like,
what do you mean he's great? Who is this guy?
Okay, so he was great, whatever. But like, he's just like, just a good guy.
Okay.
Good looking guy, whatever. But when we would go to parties and like house music would come on.
Oh no, what would he do? The way he danced?
Oh. It was just...
Embarrassing dancing is the worst.
I just don't even know how to explain what was going on with his body and his gestures. It was just like terrifying. No offense if you know.
But what do you do? Is it?
No.
Oh.
Do you remember? And he was like, you can go from being obsessed with someone to being like, literally, I know what the ick is because it happens.
No, 1,000%.
But it's also like, I know, I have the weirdest things, like, just in general with men, like, just, like, doing, like, really silly things that are just, like...
Do you know what Yeah, okay. I don't know why, but, like, chewing gum...
Oh, I don't mind that.
It's such an ick for me. Like, I just don't...
Really?
I don't know why.
No,
I don't like it. Like, I think if it's chewing gum for a long period of time...
I mean, like, how long are they going to chew gum
That's
for?
what I'm saying. I feel like some people chew gum for, like, an hour, and I'm like, just chew it for 5 minutes. Make sure your breath is nice and minty and fresh.
Am I the only person that puts, like, 20 pieces of gum in my mouth at a time? Because I'm just, like, obsessed with the flavor, and when the flavor goes away, I take it out of my mouth.
Take it out. I don't chew gum because it's such an ick for me. Like, I when people offer me gum, I'm like, ew, this is still a thing. What? I didn't even know gum was still a thing.
Gum? Was it taken off the shelves? Gum?
But I feel like gum was a bigger thing when I was younger, and as I'm older, I don't see many people chew gum, so when I see people chew gum now, I'm like, oh, is gum still for sale?
This is awesome. Like, we're never gonna have a gum sponsor. Thank you, Leiann. Like,
try to.
Hopefully, Mentos. If you're watching, we love you.
I don't like mint flavored stuff though. Maybe that's
The
okay.
fruity
The
one,
only
the
gum
fruity
I like is the Trident orange one.
Well, that's
that
what
was my shit.
Okay, even like the
Trident
extra
orange.
like watermelon, like all those ones that are like fruity, like I'll like put like 5 in my mouth.
I don't.
Like
You still chew gum?
My
I didn't even know that was a thing
kills
anymore.
me. For me, it's more of like just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the taste. I know there has to be people out there.
I didn't even know gum was a thing anymore. Like I got offered a gum the other day, and I was like, gum.
I don't understand how it's like. I just didn't go.
That's just my ick. But do you remember when we were younger? I don't know if it's like a millennial thing when we were in high school and like everyone chewed gum.
Everyone.
Like everyone. Like you were wearing Abercrombie or Hollister, and you always had gum. For me, it was the Trident orange, but you always had gum. Everyone was always chewing gum. And I don't feel like people chew gum the way they chew gum.
I like to chew gum.
I don't feel like it's the same.
Granted, is it going to sit in my mouth for 24 hours? No. Which, you, like, you know, like, back in the day, like, people
like, it
do
would,
that.
like, chew gum for so long. Is it like cigarettes, where cigarettes are going away?
I swear, when you were talking about
that?
it, I'm like, literally, I feel like you're talking about cigarettes right now. When you're
where it's, like, now
gum.
vaping, but, like, what is the new gum? Is there a new gum in town? Show yourself!
I feel like it would be, honestly, like, I keep seeing, like, the little, like, nerds clusters, which I'm a big fan of.
Oh, I love those. Are so good. Those are so good.
That's a new show.
Nerd clusters.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, my God. No, they're so good.
I don't know if that's a thing, though. I feel
and, like, the...
Oh my God! Do you
the
remember
TikToks.
even like the little spray or even the little
Listerine
strips
spray?
of Listerine? I still have. I still buy those.
Do you still?
The
Okay,
little
that
papers,
I like.
I like
the
those
papers.
where
I
they
like
just
those.
like dissolve and you're done with it.
Yes,
I
those
love
are good. Oh my gosh, that was such a thing.
Such a thing.
That was such a thing back in the day. Okay, any other icks? I feel like you know what's so weird is I feel like I was thinking of someone did something and I was like, that's such a fucking ick, and now I can't remember what it is.
I mean, honestly, for me, it's like, and no offense to anyone, but it's just like men doing like very feminine, but I don't want to say feminine in that sense, but like something that like if a woman was to do, it wouldn't be like, oh, but like if like they can't open a jar or I feel like I would never speak to them again, like blocked.
What is your purpose?
If you cannot,
you're a male.
If you cannot open my Perego marinara sauce, then I'm done with you. Like, there's no point. Of, like,
a little. Oh, my mom is calling me.
Put her on speaker.
Hi.
Hola.
Hi, we're recording an episode of our podcast.
Hi, ladies.
You're live.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God, I miss you so much.
You're on the
my
podcast.
bestie.
I'm in the podcast?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How is that? Tell me. How is everything?
It's
Oh,
amazing.
You tell us, what have you done?
Yeah, have you even listened to our episode?
No, all once.
She's our number one fan.
My mom is my number one fan. You haven't listened to us?
Yeah, listen to you, but I don't know what you're talking about. And then I forget it. I put like and that's it.
She just, I mean, you know what though?
At least she
Oh,
puts
my-
like, you know what?
That's more than a lot of other
That's
people.
more than
can
a lot of
say out
other
there,
people
you know?
who are not following us and liking our shit.
We love you,
So-
ladies.
I follow you. I tell Betty. I sent to Betty. I'm going to send to my
Oh, you sent it to your friends?
Oh, good.
couples. Yeah.
Oh, what did they say? Did they say anything?
No, not yet. No.
They're not interested.
To be continued.
They're not interested.
No, I sent to Betty only. I'm going to send to my friends.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
perfect.
okay,
Perfect.
cool.
Okay. All right, well, I
Where
love
are
you.
In Betty, in Valerie's house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're recording in Valerie's couch, on Valerie's couch.
In Valerie's couch.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
How was last night?
Oh, last night was fun.
Yeah,
We had
it
fun.
was. We had a good time.
We had a really good time last night.
Yeah.
We went out to
Okay.
the Monterey Bar, which is a cute little speakeasy cocktail vibe at the Standard for my birthday. And then we tried to go somewhere afterwards, but we couldn't. So
Okay, where is Alex?
he's here. He's our media manager. He set this whole
Oh.
thing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I call you because I'm going to tell you Spock loved the new food you buy for him.
Oh, it's the same food.
It's not the same one.
Yeah, it is.
No, the another one, el que se comía era más grande.
Okay. No, this is the same one. Mom, I love you, sweetie, but we got to record.
Estúpida.
My wife's trying to be a house husband.
Estúpida.
Ay,
She says,
estúpida.
bye, Leiann,
Love you. She hung up. Okay.
Okay,
Ick.
so, okay, no, yeah. It's little things like that for me. I feel like also just like a man that drops something.
Oh, like he just dropped something and like the bending over.
Yes!
Like if you see an ass crack.
Like something, like just like something like they're not a man. Like no man would ever drop anything, you know? No man
A real man would have sturdy pockets.
Like,
and everything would stay in the pockets.
it's just like inconvenient things.
Like this.
No.
Guys.
I love that, but it's just like little things. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Little things. I'm trying to think of anything that I don't know. Nothing else comes to mind, but I have
probably
so
whispering.
many.
Don't get her started.
Don't even get me started. I don't know
honestly.
why, but I hate when people whisper. It's always been a thing. I can't pinpoint when the trauma happened of whispering. I don't know if I was tortured when I was younger and they were like whispering in my ear, but I hate when people whisper.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I don't know why. I just feel like use your voice to its full potential. Why are you whispering? Sometimes Alex, my
You're
husband,
selling your voice short.
Yeah, sometimes my husband, like, he won't talk in his full voice. He'll be like, so the other day.
I can't
was
talk
like,
to you
why
about
are
this.
you talking like this?
I can't talk to you about this.
Enunciate. Say it with your chest.
I am literally, okay, this is me and AJ. If we have a problem,
What do you
that
mean?
is it.
Say it with your chest?
No, he just whispers all the freaking time.
Why does
or
he whisper?
mumbles. Like,
Oh,
he
the
barely-
mumbling.
He barely opens his damn mouth. So I'm like, I have
he's
no
like,
idea what you're saying right now. And he already knows. He has to enunciate. Because he'll be like, I don't know. What? You know? How am I supposed to know what you're saying?
You should just say, yes, babe.
You literally did not. Are you a ventriloquist? Like, literally, like, what does he expect from me?
Ventriloquist?
Like, I need
I
him to
feel
learn,
like I
like,
could
American
see AJ
Sign
being a
Language.
ventriloquist, though.
You know what? He'd probably make a
Should
good
we?
one.
Yes, I feel like he'd be so good at it.
Yeah. He has a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Maybe he can. I don't know. But, I mean, he's going to have to speak up a little more.
He's gonna have to speak up a little bit.
Just I don't know what it is. Like, he could be sleepy or, like, but just sometimes, like, I'm just like, what?
Like, what are you saying?
What are
What are
you
you doing? And if you
saying?
have nothing to say, then don't say it at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not gonna
stop.
enunciate, then stop wasting my time.
Period.
Period. Blank.
Done.
Period. Point blank.
Can we also talk about, okay, I really wanted to talk about
What?
because, okay, I had this experience, speaking of, like, airports, it reminded me of tipping culture, like, in America.
Oh.
Because I want to tell you how, okay, so it was basically this, like, little tiny Einstein brothers kind of situation
That's
where, like,
so weird. I just got Einstein this morning, and I never get Einsteins.
oh my God, and we're both Einsteins.
My IQ is very high.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's like one of those situations where you like pour your own stuff.
Ooh,
Literally,
okay.
if you want
Oh,
a
okay.
bagel, you grab a bagel, you pick one yourself, and then you have to pay for everything actually first, and then you grab it, and then you go and toast it yourself.
Okay.
So you do everything.
Right.
Okay. This lady is like yelling at me because I went to go get the coffee before I paid for it. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I literally go to pay. She flips over the screen of death. You already know where it's
the
like,
screen when they flip it and they're like,
and it's like already at like 28%.
like that's
tip.
that's the standard that they're like, this is what you should be tipping.
No, but I'm sorry. Did I miss something? What did you do to me? Or like, what
Nothing.
did you do for me? Not only like, okay, whatever. Now you're like checking me out, which is your job.
Right.
If you have any other one, maybe like just stock up the bagels again. But like, it's not even like they get your things. It's like,
No, they
you
don't.
are.
Do
It's like a
anything. You do
self-serve
it's a self-service
situation.
Okay, wait. So she flips it around.
Yeah, and of course I tipped her. She was terrifying.
You tipped her?
She terrified. She was a terrifying
you got
woman.
bullied into tipping.
I was bullied into
You
tipping.
got bullied into tipping.
Because first of all, she's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "She's like, you have to pay first." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So then I went.
Wait,
and
where
I'm
was this?
like, Fort Lauderdale Airport. This wasn't in my last trip.
okay,
This was like in
okay.
the past, but I was just
Okay.
thinking about a situation where this happened, and of
So
course
you
I tipped.
tipped.
I
You were
tipped.
scared. You were bullied into
And
tipping.
yes, and then I toasted my own bagel.
You toasted your own bagel and
Not
you
just
tipped?
did I toast my own bagel, I was behind. I will never forget this. Okay, it was like the weirdest situation. There was a father and his daughter. She
Okay.
could have been 9.
Okay.
They had 13 bagels, like at least minimum.
Oh, did they have a big family?
I don't know if they were gonna go sell them, but like the speed at which this girl would cream cheese the bagels,
Like this was like a job.
this was like an undercover. Like they might have, like, you know what I mean, like
Like they were. Oy, that makes me sad a little bit.
I mean,
but
all
also
I'm saying is I was
hustle.
impressed, and she would just keep looking back at me. Like, because I was, like, just waiting with my little bagel to, like, toast as they're, like, pumping out a factory of bagels, like, ready to, like, start a Dunkin' Donuts at the airport. Like, I don't know where they took it, but they had this many bagels, and then they would wrap them back up after they would put cream cheese, so I don't know if they were reselling it. But, I mean, you know what? We love the hustle.
We love the hustle.
There's nothing wrong with it. We love it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not just that, they, like, cleaned up the little station of, like, all the breadcrumbs after.
So they do this often, I feel.
Yeah, and they're also Hispanic, which we love.
Shout out to our Latinos.
Because the Latinos think of that kind of shit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
1,000%. They don't...
With the little breadcrumbs.
Okay, the tipping culture is out of control. They whip... I don't tip. I don't do it. And I used to always tip when I would just go to, like, a coffee shop or somewhere where they don't... If I'm not sitting down and a server is not...
waiting on
me.
Yeah.
Why am I going to tip you? This is literally in your job description, and you're not doing anything above and beyond of what your job roles and responsibility require. So why am I going to tip? I don't tip, and every time I don't tip, when I'm just, like, ordering, like, a Starbucks or something or whatever, I feel like I get the death stare. Like, they just look at me and they're just like,
well, that's what I'm
like,
really
so
scared of.
upset that I don't tip. And I'm like, if I was sitting down at a table and you brought me my coffee, I would tip you. But I'm not. I'm standing here, and then I'm standing waiting for my coffee. So why am I tipping you?
I mean, they're doing their job. Like, it's in their job description to do this.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. The tipping culture is just getting wild.
It's not like this in Europe. In Europe, tipping is actually...
What did we just hear about? That supposedly that they're going to have, like, I don't know if it was Target or whatever, like, where you, like, tip the company for, like, letting you check out by yourself.
Target is... No, I love Target.
I don't know. Guys, please. This could be literally Kmart. I don't know. I'm just, like, talking out of my mouth.
Oh my God,
Walmart, something.
Do you remember Kmart?
But it was a thing where, like, now it's, like, you can send a tip off to the company. Which, like, by the way, even, like, places like McDonald's, like, oh, do you want a roundup? I do it every time. I go to PetSmart. I donate to the little animals every single time because, like, I feel bad.
Always.
But, like, do you even know where it's going?
No, it's just going in the company's... How do they know the amount that was rounded up? I mean, I'm not a coder and I don't know, but how do you know? Like, if I'm paying $9.76 and I round up, did they configure a system where it picks up that, like, oh, okay, like 14 cents were rounded up so that 14 cents will go to the ASPCA and Sarah McLachlan? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, angels. I feel like that's bullshit. They pocket that money. I feel like that's so fake. And so that's why I don't round up anymore, because I feel like it's fake. And I'm like, I'm not rounding up to just give Publix more money. I'm done giving Publix money. That's all I do.
I know.
I'm at Publix every week.
I know. It's bad, but...
It's bad. It's bad.
It adds up. It really does.
It does add up. It's crazy. It does add up. Okay. What else?
Was that it for, like, this?
There's a few more. How are we on time? Media manager, how long have we been doing this for? 34 minutes? 43? Oh, we can talk for hours. Okay. What is the craziest rumor you've heard about yourself?
Oh my God.
I feel like you probably have a good one.
Well, I mean, it would just be that I'm a slut. Like that, like, you know, and that I sleep around.
Who said that?
Everyone.
What? I was like, who the fuck said that? I've never heard that.
People make that up.
What?
I mean, it was just like one of those things, like especially like in college.
But when? Oh, in college?
Like, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Like now, obviously, it's not like I'm like cheating on my husband.
I was like, who the hell said that?
No, but I just feel like that was so crazy because like just like considering that I'm like very respectful towards myself.
No, 1,000%.
Like, you know, the whole nine. So it's like that's probably the craziest. Or I don't know, what would be yours? Do you know of one? Because I can probably think of another one in the meantime.
I don't have a rumor. I don't have a rumor that I've heard about myself that it's like, oh, she did this or like whatever. But I feel like people always label me as like, oh my God, she's so dramatic. This is just how she is. She's so dramatic. Do you know what I mean? Just
okay.
But it's not because like, yeah, sometimes I can be dramatic and I'm happy to admit that. But I feel like the people who maybe I'm referring to who always call me dramatic, it's because I call them out on their shit. Right. And I bring to light what is factual. Mm-hmm. And I see things for what they are. And like, I'm going to state them. And they're like, oh, you know how she is. It's like she's always so dramatic.
Like,
and
this
it's
is just her, yeah.
And it's like, no,
like,
I'm not
this is what you should
dramatic. I'm
expect.
actually calling shit out for what it is, but you don't like it because you've never been called out,
Yeah.
and you've just been like this your whole life, and like the situation's been like this for as long as we can remember.
Well, that's the thing. When people are used to not being challenged and not being called out, and then they meet someone that is very blunt and will call you out on your shit, it's like that's what they're gonna go to. They're like, oh my God, you're a drama queen.
So dramatic.
Like,
she's
da-da-da-da-da.
dramatic. She's all drama.
But is that what it is, or do you just need a wake up call?
That's what it is. And I've gone to a lot of therapy about this. And it's just people have been conditioned for so long for it to be a certain way. And when someone tries to disrupt that, it's not okay. And people just resort to, oh my God, she's so dramatic and this is just how she is. And it's like, I become like fucking pitchforks after me, like a witch hunt.
Yes.
At the stake, burn me up. Like, so that's, I wouldn't say I've heard a rumor about me, but I feel like this is what people default to when they don't like to be called out. They're just like, oh my God, you know how she is. She's just so dramatic. And it's like, all right, that's fine. Call me dramatic. But like what I said is facts and it's true. So
that's crazy.
I know.
No, yeah, I feel like all my rumors have just been like that kind of stuff. Like even one of our
It's so funny
friends,
because if people actually like knew you and who you are as a person, that's like so
they would like know
far-fetched, and that's not you at all. Like, are you kidding me?
No, it's actually completely opposite.
It's the
like,
complete
I feel like,
opposite.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. But isn't it so funny how people who don't know you perceive you, and it's like, just take the time to get to know me and you'll know that I'm actually like,
because I haven't taken like the most wholesome pictures and shit like that. Like, that's fine. But that doesn't define who you are as a human being at all. That's just like what you want to put out there. It's fine. It's whatever.
Right. It's fun. It's whatever. I like, though, and I commend you for doing this because I feel like you've been doing it for a while, that you just don't give a fuck what people think. And you're like, this is what I like. I'm happy with what I'm posting. I'm fucking confident and I'm posting this on social media. And I feel like the haters, they want to do it so bad, but they never will. And it's just so much easier to hate
100%
than to just do it. And now as I'm turning 33, I feel like it's taken me a few years and being in my 30s to mature to finally feel like I don't give a fuck what I post. I don't give a fuck what like I say. If you don't like it, then like I'm not your cup of tea, then bye. Like, I don't have to be your cup of tea. I don't have to be everyone's like, you don't have to like me. And so I finally feel like I'm in that era where I'm going to post whatever I want, say whatever I want, do whatever I want. I feel like with this podcast even, it was like scary, and I'm like, oh, what are people going to think of me? Or what is this person going to say? Or like, I don't care. This makes me happy. I'm having a good time. Do what feels good for your soul and go with it, because 100%. People are always going to talk shit no matter what. No matter
Honestly.
what.
And if they're not, then you're doing something wrong. You need to kick it up a notch.
1,000%.
You're not being you.
But I feel like you're good at this, and you inspired me because you've
thank
always
you.
been like this.
I
always
appreciate
for
that.
so long, and you never gave a fuck because people did say shit.
They a lot
and
of shit.
They said a lot
years.
of shit, and you pushed through it, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. This is who I am.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when you realize, like, in life, like, who loves you, like, my mom unconditionally, and, like, how much she means to me and what she makes me feel, and, like, then there's people that are just, like, literally okay with bringing you down and, like, saying, like, really, like, terrible things about you. It's, like, like, you don't need these people.
No.
And just like you said, like, you don't need to really, like, make other people happy. That's not what it's about. You need to make yourself happy.
Yes.
And the only way you do that is by going along with what's true to yourself, and that's putting out your creativity, whatever that may be. And if people don't like it, that's okay. But, like, the only people that are going to hate on it are people that are not doing the same. And they're not putting out their creative stuff.
Right.
And they hate the fact that you all of a sudden grew the balls to do that.
Yes.
It's a jealousy thing.
It's envy, which is ugly. It's envy, which is ugly.
It's terrible because you know we would support you with whatever you did.
I know. And do you know what? And being totally honest, I feel like at some point, I used to you would judge certain people because we're all human. We've all judged people. But I take a look at who I was back then when maybe I would judge someone for doing something. I'm like, oh, I was just insecure at the time, or I was just not happy with myself because I was going through some shit, and so I projected it onto others.
100%.
And it's so good to take a look back and say, okay, now I understand, and now I get it. When
that's
people are
growth.
That's growth. And I am happy to admit that. And now when people are hating on me, or like, I see people watch our stories, and I see people, you know what I mean? Like,
We're
I
talking to
see
you.
you, but you won't like it, and you won't comment, and it's like, I see you, but, like, that's fine. You don't have to like it. It's okay.
Strangers,
But
strangers will
says
be your
more
biggest
about-
supporters.
Yeah, it says more about...
And that's a thing.
Always it says more about them than it does about you.
100%.
I'm
I feel like
happy.
there's so many people that, even if they want you to do good, that's fine. They just cannot handle the fact that you're doing better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So they will try and diminish you, belittle you, whatever it takes, tell you, like, what are you doing? Like, whatever it is.
I think just being an unbothered queen, which I feel like you're so good at.
Oh, thank you.
Just being an unbothered queen and just doing what makes you happy.
But you're definitely perceived that way. I just feel like you haven't, like, gone out there, like, in the social media, like, to the whole, like, people that know you know that you are so unbothered. You're, like, just, like, I am who I am. Fuck
And
everyone
that's it.
else,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, like, on a more, like, but you're getting out there. And it's great because, honestly, what's that quote? Like, happiness is on, like, the other side of everything you fear.
No, so true.
And it's so true.
That's so
that's
true.
where you'll feel good about yourself. Like, you can have a day job that, like, brings you the money and whatever, but if you have this creativity, if you have, like, these dreams, and you don't try and go after them, you're going to be on your deathbed wondering what that would have been like.
Always. And I always thought about it. I literally, like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have started this 10 years ago, or I wish I would have, like, not cared about what people thought when I started that, or I wish I would have just gone full force with everything. So this is a good, like, motivational little
No, it's
pep
amazing.
talk.
Because
I love
honestly,
this.
people will go through their entire lives not realizing what you did. Like, not
So
even
true.
half of your life.
1,000%. It's so true.
And it's going to get you so far. And you're going to be happy. Like, it's freedom.
It's freedom.
And when you realize that we are literally like a piece of sand on this giant earth and there's a million galaxies out there and like we are literally nothing and we are worthless and like nothing. Like, who cares?
In the big scheme of things,
who cares?
We're all born the same way. We all die the same way.
Exactly.
Not the same way, but we all go. You know what I mean? And it's just do what makes you happy. And it's taken me 33 years to do that. But I'm happy I got to this point now.
Yeah.
Versus in my 60s or 70s and like, oh shit, like I wish I would have fucking done that when I was 33 and talking about it.
Exactly. And imagine like being able to teach your kids this. Because I know you weren't taught.
Yes.
Like I wasn't taught like things like this. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like you know about it. You're going to be able to teach your kids to just really like follow their dreams. Like for me, like my family came from Colombia and like I feel like for them, it wasn't like, oh, yeah, you can be an astronaut. You can be literally anything.
No.
So even telling my mom that I wanted to be like a singer, because I always knew I wanted to be like on stage of some sort. And my mom's like, honey, you're like not that great. And like she sounds like she would be a biatch mom, but she's like literally an angel. She was just being realistic so that I don't like start like doing this fake, you know, like dreaming instead of focusing in school and being like, you know, we're not even from this country. Like we need to like make the, like we came here for an opportunity. Yes. And you're going to go and like, you know, chase fame. Like what's wrong with you?
1,000%.
Exactly. So you go for like the safe stuff. So
wait, thinking of, and I love this, but I'm sorry to pivot, but thinking of like singers, because I feel like we both had this dream when we were younger that we wanted to be singers. Do you remember when we were in high school and Rihanna, does that ring a bell? Does that ring any bells? Rihanna in high school.
Like the songs she would sing?
Just Rihanna in high school and us being singers.
No.
Does that ring any bells?
No.
So we were like liars.
What did we say? Did we say we were going on tour with Rihanna or something?
We said we were like little backup dancers or singers for her, like just like the little like.
How do I not remember those?
Yes. And
did we say we were in any songs?
I feel like we did, but I can't remember which song. But we lied about being. We're like, oh yeah, we were just like auditioning, or we said we were auditioning.
I think we
Mr.
just
DJ, some ponder replay. Mr. DJ. And we lied. Wait, but the worst part is that people believed us. Like,
as they should. I mean, like, I would believe someone too if they came up with something so crazy. Like, that was the thing. We would just like troll people for no reason.
I have another story, but I feel like it's
maybe another time.
It's too dark. It's too dark.
You know, let's keep it light.
We'll keep it light. I think this is a good way to end.
This was a perfect little
episode 2. This was fun.
Episode 2, yeah.
This is different than what we normally do. We'll still talk about reality TV stuff, but I feel like I like this.
Yeah,
this
just celebrity stuff in general. But you know what? Our lives is probably just as juicy. So
I know it is. It is.
There it is.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. Subscribe, like, follow. Yes, we're talking to you, our people that actually know us, our friends and our family, and my grandma, Bati, all of you. She doesn't even have social media.
We have a list, by the way, of people who aren't following us that are my friends.
Listen.
So we have a list.
Just wait till we start talking about you.
Just wait. No aliases.
Exposing all your secrets.
Okay. Bye.
Love you.